regularly, and for 3 decades I've worked as a private attorney walking through the courtrooms across the state for struggling families in the battlefield with DCS. I'm here today to tell you that you continue to ignore the elephant in the room, which is the culture of DCS and the failure to implement the federal Family First Act, not Children First. Unlike most of you, I've been there with moms and dads, grandparents, uncles, all facing an aggressive state agency and a court system funded by taxpayers that is not there to rehabilitate a family, but to do one thing: monetize children. I'm not popular with DCS. There's so much venom that leadership in DCS initiated a false investigation and a fake arrest against me. They co-opted the judicial branch and turned this 70-year-old woman who had never committed a crime into a 2-time felon, a fake felon. My own battle through that swamp of corruption lasted 5 years, but ultimately a wise appellate panel spoke loud and clear, and the alleged conduct was not a crime. It was a fake prosecution, all because I fought for parents and families across this state. Many families struggling with DCS are not families who are beating children, starving them, or locking them in a closet. They are struggling with poverty, substance abuse, and maybe complex medical conditions. And yes, the state agency even removes children on anonymous false allegations, which takes months and even years to undo. With me this morning is Nikisha Moore. She is the mother of Marcus E. Marcus is the subject of a Tennessee Supreme Court decision released in May. After 9 years of battling DCS over the removal of her son and termination of parental rights, the Tennessee Supreme Court said no, the courts got it wrong, and reversed the TPR. And now, instead of returning her son, DCS says they need to ask a therapist if Marcus should even be reunited with his mother. 9 years. Many of you I've talked to don't even seem to understand the federal funding associated with DCS. Under Title IV-E, DCS receives money removed and placed in a stranger's home. However, if DCS leaves a child at home and offers services, the state does not receive Title IV-E money. Also, under the Adoption and Safe Families Act, the adoptive foster parents continue to receive money every month until the child ages out, even when the adoption is complete. This funding system, which I call the Hidden Middle Class Welfare Program, is now over $10 million a month in the state of Tennessee alone. The laws this year were made for the benefit of the government and not to secure better outcomes for families. I've watched every one of those laws through committees. I've listened to comments. I spoke to legislators individually, all on deaf ears. Last year, I came to this body asking for one simple law, a law that says that every family is entitled to a family advocate from the commencement of the investigation. The system is complex and adversarial. The advocate is not litigating for anyone in the case, but is helping to prepare the families to navigate the complexities of the systems.
Thank you.
Well, Your Honor, sir, I would like to, the list said 3 to 5 minutes. I would like to be able to complete this and bring up my 5 specific points, if I may, please.
No, ma'am. Well, I said 3 minutes. So each speaker, and I have another one for 3 minutes. The next one would be, do we have any questions to the speaker? Any questions from me? If not, we'll move on to the next respondent therapist, Nikisha Moore. You're entitled to 3 minutes.
In a fairy tale land, the law says you are innocent to proven guilty. But in reality, my reality is you're guilty to proven innocent. Good morning, my name is Nikisha Moore. I am one of the, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak in a safe place. And I'll be very brief. I am a mother who is fighting against DCS and have been fighting since 2015. I took my son Marcus to the hospital because he was sick at the time. He was 8 months. The hospital called DCS, and the hospital staff told DCS that I abused my son, and they took him out of my home. I have been very compliant with DCS. I have taken all the assessments, I took the physical, the psych evaluations, I'm paying child support, and the biggest one, I have won my case in Supreme Court. And when I first got involved with DCS, they was talking about reuniting, but there has been no promise of reuniting. They're still keeping me away from my son. And so I want to, if I'm innocent, treat me like I'm innocent. That's it, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions to the speaker? Commissioner Quinn, would you like to follow up on anything on the setup? Thank you. We have one more that has signed up to speak. Major